All right, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, we are back. And we are just setting up to drop the gates here for the runners. And there goes the countdown.
So what do you think we're going to be seeing on this race? Who do you think is going to take the third here? I know that's a dangerous question to be asking you.
Nope, not doing it. Not doing it.
Not going to pick one.
You can't make me.
I think I'm going to pick Eden to win this race.
I pick chat as a whole to win this race.
Chat always wins the race.
Eden looks so shocked.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, because I missed out on it. Did Mouse already finish up, or are we still waiting on scheduling?
Mouse is done. Tillymorph won.
Oh, Tillymorph won it all. Nice. Congrats, Tillymorph.
Nefarious took second. And then I would actually have to look at the brackets to tell you anything else. Mm-hmm. But that much I do know off the top of my head. Yeah, it is super duper late for you, Eden. And shocking no one, Morphine Ball is on the Morph Ball pedestal.
We can't have just one seed where Morph Ball is somewhere else.
Not this season.
Put it in the roof, come on. Just once.
I mean, you weren't around for last season when that was actually an option. Or early this season, actually. No, we were still in qualifiers, I believe, when that change went in.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. I am fairly new to the SRA scene here.
Yeah, Neo, we thought it'd be fun to give him a vanilla seed.
I've said that a couple of times.
So we've done that to Jay. It might have actually been April 1st when this happened.
Nice.
And was chatting about how interesting the logic was. And then it might have been ruined for him by somebody in chat, and I'm not going to name names. I'll let them out themselves if they want.
Uh-oh.
But, they did it. All right. Zero ruined it. I was not gonna call names, but
F's in chat for Zero.
Yeah. And Varial set that up. Yeah, no, Zero. To be fair, Zero didn't know, but it was like, oh, this seems like a vanilla seed, and then yeah.
Yep, and then it became a vanilla seed.
But like, somebody's playing a rando on April 1st, and it seems like a vanilla seed. Maybe don't say anything.
I don't think people pay attention to dates, especially, isn't April Fool's an American thing only? I could be wrong, but...
I mean, Zero's American, so...
Yeah, okay.
BT has nothing fun this round after last seed having a nice little ice babe.
Yeah, so the logic right now has been what I would call straightforward, where you find a lot of ammo right off the bat, and you find power bombs on BT.
Also an option. I've seen a link to the past run, also an Imperial special, of one that was that was named Hammer Time for Jay, that had, I don't remember how many hammers in it, but the answer it was a lot.
See, my
It was a lot.
idea of a fun seed to give these guys would be to put Kappa tanks everywhere. just Kappa tanks in every location that you can, but still have a viable seed. Just like minimum ammo, both suits, all beams, and then nothing but Kappa tanks. Not energy tanks. No energy tanks whatsoever. Just lots and lots of Kappa tanks. All right, we're gonna both be checking back of Gauntlet here. Missiles and energy. A whole lot of nothing is what they call that.
Alright, 5 minutes, 10 seconds, and the first azder freeze. Oh, way back.
We back.
Maybe. I don't. We've looped.
Oh, no,
Alright.
It's doing the replay.
It's the loop, yep.
This is the only esports broadcast where you get custom replays.
It's, not probably anything you want to say, but you're welcome. I know during the first match, when WJG had stepped out to grab a snack, and I was watching the restream, even when it would freeze for getting an item, like, I would panic that it was freezing there, because it would feel like it was hanging just a second too long.
Mm-hmm. So after this season, this year, who do you think is going to be jumping from mouse to rat? Who do you think is going to is showing interest to join the SMRAT tournament?
I mean, I definitely see the chance for Tilly. Yep, Mocktroid. Mocktroid was like a kind of a huge Cinderella story this year. He started out at the bottom of the mouse bracket, and if I recall, am I wrong in saying this, Zero, that he was basically brand new this season to playing Super Metroid in general? Yeah, he was at the bottom of the list, but I think was like basically brand new to Super Metroid in general and finished out in the final four ?
So,
she says without looking at the bracket to actually fact check that.
So yeah, C28, and then lost their very first match, got knocked into redemption bracket, decided to go back and win every single redemption match, including against the top seeds that had been placed already.
Okay, so we're just gonna find ice at 8 minutes in. All right.
I mean, it's the same as last seed. We had ice hit about 8 minutes in. There's nothing different here. It's just a different location. But yeah, I got to agree with you. I think Mocktroid is going to either be placed at a much higher seed number in mouse, or maybe even put into rat.
Tellymorph, I think, stands a good chance at jumping brackets. Polar Bear Bunny has proved that she belongs in the rat bracket. So sorry for your luck. But a lot of it's going to come down to, Nefarious too, but a lot of it's going to come down to how many people sign up and where the split goes from there.
Now, here's an admin quote-unquote question. When are signups going to be happening again?
Look for that around Halloween, Thanksgiving time. Thanksgiving will probably be, somewhere in there. So see you in 2 months.
Very nice.
Last year, we had originally set for things to close on... I'm trying to remember if it was close or open. The only reason I remember the date for anything was Jay made a typo and said the 40th of November and posted it into somebody's chat. And they read it and didn't think twice about it until like 10 seconds later it registered for them what they had just read. And but yeah, November, look for signups probably to start again. And so I guess maybe 3 months.
Now,
And
have
we've
you
got
heard of the up and coming racer Raychalk?
Oh boy. And there's Gravity. So not quite as fast as Last Seed.
So now we have the same situation we had last seed. Varia is anywhere.
No, B. Jonas. We will. I mean, we even talked about last time. We were, I believe, going to limit. I'm not going to say for certain, but limit the number potentially of up to X number of racers. But 3 brackets is one too many.
And how would you even split that apart? Because we have Rat Bracket, which is considered the more advanced. You know how to do some of the tricks like Mock Ball, like the various suitless, Norfair, things like that. And then we have Mouse Bracket, which is the people who follow logic. I will say that's what we're going to call them.
No, so clearly, if there were to be a third one, those two actually become shifted down 1, right? So so no, not both get shifted down 1, because mouse stays where it's at. Mouse, there's nothing you can do about that. Rat becomes the sometimes you're following logic, sometimes you're not. You're not quite you're not at the level of these two, right? We'll but then you have your ROUSs. They're just your rodents of unusual size.
I love that name. How
that's
do we
actually
change the name for next season for Bracket 2 to be rodents of unusual size.
So that's actually if we're able to get it, so we get the exhibition match between the winner of the Rat finals and the winner of the Mouse finals is actually going to be the rematch.
I like it.
But the answer is no, we're not doing 3 brackets.
Well, you heard it here first. Potentially get your signups in as quickly as possible because they may be limited for next season.
Tell me I'm wrong, cheese. No, they would stay at the same names.
For those of you who didn't get the reference, that is a Princess Bride reference. A little movie called Princess Bride. In the movie, there's a point where they go into a swamp and they have to fight off rodents of unusual size.
Steele, we're gonna Monty Python this is a little bit, but we're gonna change the number to 2. Thou shalt not go past it. It's out, just outright.
I like it.
And we've got a grappling beam for Zeb. Hey, look, there's a match going on.
You mean that this isn't the podcast?
I mean, I know Cheese and I have been very guilty of that in the past, where we'll just randomly get off on a topic and all of a sudden something will catch our attention back in the game. We're like, oh, right. Also, this might be the slowest crate kill ever. I don't know. Like, we've been on this screen for... Thank you, Cheese. Was the smoky beam what was behind Kraid there?
Must be, because we kind of missed Kraid, and now we have smoky beam. Or in the E-tank location, yeah, it could have been there too.
Yeah, they said in the E-tank. Thank you, Jade. He was only tracking the first 2 matches, Zero.
Oh.
And a reset from Zeb.
Oh, I thought we had lost stream there for a second. I'm
no,
like,
no, that's that. No, that is a reset.
With how much we are kind of anticipating streams to be locking up, it's just one of those like, wait a minute, no signal, that's not good.
No, I knew what that screen was.
So wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Don't we have a switch in roles here? Azder's going to Meridia first. Zeb is going direct ship first. Am I getting this right?
All I know is we've got a plasma beam, and I saw a question there from Reem regarding signups and who gets in. Unless we set a cap in and we have 1 million people sign up, right? You get in as long as you make enough qualifiers. So it becomes on you once we start that to make enough, because we use that to determine placements. This year, the only person who did not get in, just didn't complete enough races. And we tried.
Let me follow up that question with another question. Let's say all the racers make it to every race that you tell them about, and you have too many people. What are you going to do?
That is a question we will figure out later. But at that point, it would go back to, like I said, we had talked about a number of signups. But we'll see. Because the first year we had like over 100 people.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how you have too many people, Zero. Is you have just a ton of people sign up, and yeah, rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, there were over 100 people signed up the first year, and we only had 1 bracket, and we're still going to finish ahead of last year. We definitely had a slowdown here with the rat bracket in the last few weeks. But we stayed much better on top of getting everyone through their matches this year and everything else. And going to finish out much sooner.
And while we fight Fantoon and we're talking about the channel, what other things are we looking forward to on SRA in the in-between months while we wait for the next SMRAT?
So for that, may I direct you to What she's just typed out faster than I could. May I direct you to that?
There you go, guys. So that's going to be coming up here on SRA Royales with Cheese, and I know that that they're talking about other things that could be coming to the channel. I can't say what they are, but I do know that there are other things happening in the background. So stay tuned, guys.
Well, you've already proven that you can't read today's Zero. We know it's okay. So with that, it's do you want to make Cheese suffer through watching a game he's not actually seen before and try and commentate on it? I'm not gonna say much like I'm doing today because I've obviously seen this game, but I don't really know what I'm talking about half the time. But Cheese strictly doesn't know the game when we're doing this. And then he'll pull you into the booth and ask you stupid questions about what you're doing, probably at super inopportune moments. This was something that spun out of the All Kids Deserve to Eat marathon when Sinith and J-Chalk were racing Celeste blind, and we had Cheese and Unknown Availability, who were also both blind to the game, doing commentary. And yeah, they would just pull them in while it would be in the middle of like a boss fight or something, and be like, hey, tell us about what you're doing. And we'd hear the, slight panic frustration in their voices, and it was highly entertaining for everyone all around.
Azder versus ISP provider stream.
Yeah, ISP wins. Also, Zero IS Internet Service Provider stream. It's an ATM machine.
All right, Dragon's down. We're back to the race here, guys. We have one boss down each. Actually, two bosses on Azder's side.
Pretend provider. Fate. It's frequently a just chatting stream, Jonas, especially if I'm doing comms.
I feel like when we get to later races, it just turns into chatting because it's really hard to commentate on racers that are of these caliber, especially when they're doing routes that are very familiar. We haven't really seen anything that is game-breaking when it comes to this.
Or if we're on, say, the third match of the day.
Right.
People get a little slap happy, it's fine.
But I think that's what makes Speedrunners Arena different than some other racing channels that you might see. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, we vibing.
Intermittent service provider.
Oh,
I like that one
there's
too.
Parasuit.
All right.
In the wreck ship ceiling. Well, wreck ship, what do you call this? Maze? Yeah,
Maze.
puzzle
I
maze.
spelled puzzle. I meant to say maze. That was what I meant. I just forgot how words work. Well, not how
We'll call it the
words work.
Tetris area.
That's not Tetris. There are no blocks falling. You're not shoving anything into place.
I mean, Samus could be the block that you're shoving into place.
Yeah, mazes are puzzles. It is a specific type of puzzle.
Oh, is this turning into a meme now where people blame me for putting an important item in wreck ship? So let's catch chat up on that one. I'm a big proponent in wreck ship logic and important items being over there. We've seen Varia last seed over in Wreck Ship. We saw Varia in this seed in Wreck Ship. I mean, I'm not always wrong on that. It's just something that happens. Yeah, every time I commentate, there is something valuable in Wreck Ship. And I don't know what it is or why it is, but it has become a meme. And I believe the item in the maze is considered a part of the wreck ship area, and so is the ocean underneath it. But I would have to look at the map to see if that's actually in Super Metroid. If that is
it's
actually
definitely in Super
area.
Metroid.
It's definitely wreck ship in Super Metroid.
You said if it's in Super Metroid, I'm like, well, it's definitely in Super Metroid. This is not Link to the Past.
Got you.
I was being a jerk. That's all. It's fine.
You're good. You're fine. I was a little slow to pick it up, so.
I was like, I know that was a dumb joke, but geez, this is what you get. Breaking the tube on Zeb's side.
In vanilla, the ocean is in criteria. Good to know. So then all the items above ocean are considered in criteria as well? In vanilla? I don't know, maybe I just associate that area with wreck ship because you're literally having to go through wreck ship to get to those top items, and then for ocean, I mean, it's wreck ship is right there. Yeah, that's true. If it's outside, it's technically not inside the ship. Technically the truth.
And as stated before, technically correct is the best kind of correct.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Unless Zeb's internet freezes, we're going to see a much faster crate here. And that's not saying anything about Azder's play, just about his internet service provider.
His internet service pretender.
Intermittent service provider was the other delightful one I saw in chat.
Yep. But I gotta add that one to my repertoire of quote-unquote obvious tips that I like to give people. If it's not inside, it's outside. If you've ever had me hang out in your streams, you will know exactly what I'm talking about with hashtag obvious tips.
And there's the smoky beam for Zeb. That is Schrodinger's outside rain.
It lives in a state of both in and outdoor states.
That is a really cool looking freeze frame.
I guess you could technically say that the outside of the door is on the outside and the inside of the door is on the inside.
That's what I said, Reen. That is Schrodinger's outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Azder does know where the Varia is. He has peeked at May's item.
Yes, Jonas. That is listed in the panels as well as the command.
Yeah, we are considered a family-friendly stream. We try to make sure that everyone feels included. People of all ages are able to be here. We don't want to make anyone feel unwelcome. And that includes using any kind of language or otherwise that could exclude someone.
Zero, sometimes people have their kids watching with them in the room, so they don't have to be signed up for an account. It could be that it's just right there with them. So yes, that is up to the parents' discretion, but we still try and make it family friendly.
I mean, Jonas, you make a decent point, but we're also not playing, like, literally killing babies on stream.
And also, this is not the only game we play, despite the fact that it's been our only major tournament this year. We had one that we had to close out on. They backed out just due to timing. Yeah, but it's more fun to blame the ISP, Bunny.
Two-year-old loves the baby Metroid.
That sounds like Zero.
Now, I haven't mentioned this in a little while here, so let me just make sure I do. Guys, if you're new to the stream, if you haven't seen these guys before, if you're not following them, be sure to go follow Zeb316. Be sure to go follow azder over on their stream as well. They're both great runners. They both great streamers. Go check them out. Go hang out in their chat. Those views definitely count, guys, so try to support them as much as you can. Give them a follow. Give Cheese Reaver a follow for providing the restream with us today, Sailor Jade for providing our tracking with us, and of course, Redemption for helping me calm today.
And Sinneth for stepping in here, too. We had some power issues with our original commentator for today, so neither one of us had planned on this afternoon. Yeah, we sad about losing Invarial. I love Invarial comms. And not just because I'm biased. His power is back, but we were already... That's not even admin bias, it's girlfriend bias, Cheese. Let's just be honest. It's fine. With the runner's fate...
Not like this. Oh, and speaking of, there's Invarial in chat saying that power is on.
I mean, enough people call me red that it could be.
So, back to the race here for just a second, guys. I'm going to say that Azder's got a decently good lead, considering Azder's got 3 bosses down, and Zeb is working on their 3rd right now. As long as Azder goes straight down to Ridley with what they have, I think this is going to be Azder's race to lose, more or less. But we will see. There's definitely a lot of things that can happen. No one likes calling a race early, but that's what I'm looking at right now.
Oh, hey, Speed.
Yeah, that's a funny place for Speed right there. Dweeb, I will agree with you. I don't think the lead is big, but it's definitely there. Where last race, if you were here for last race, it was very hard to call someone in the lead until the very end. Like, we got all the way to the Zeb316 and we still really couldn't call a leader. Oh, Dweb. Is it Dweb or Dweeb? I'm sorry. I do try to pronounce names correctly.
I would go with that's Dweb, as there's only one E in that.
Yeah. Reading is hard, I will agree with you. Names are hard. Playing games is hard.
And that is a dead space pelican for Zeb.
Yep, Space Pelican is gone. One more boss to go. We gotta get the shrimp.
And high jump, alright.
Oop. Alright, we're good.
I had the same moment. I'm like,
Alright, I'm just gonna pull up the actual Twitch stream.
yeah,
So,
me too. Our low latency feed is being a little finicky for us. Just gonna move that over there. I've got both open.
So how
All right.
how is everyone doing in chat tonight? Thank you all for coming out and hanging out with us and checking out the race during these grand finals. Zeb versus Azder. We're currently tied 1-1. This is really up to anyone to win this. We've already reset the bracket, so this is it. Whoever gets to the best of 5 first wins. Speed would make escape faster, but how much time would it take to pick it up? Steel, to answer that question, I would say it's not worth it, because it's at the end of Croc Escape. You're not saving that much time. You're probably literally saving a couple of seconds in Escape versus having to do Crocomire.
Heck, that
which
color
can
swap
take
is pretty
minutes.
with screw attack.
Hey, Invarial, no problem. Hopefully everything kind of works out for you and that everything turns back to a comfortable state for you. I can understand from a personal perspective how frustrating technology that does not want to work with you can be. Anyone who's been hanging out with me in the last month knows that I come from that kind of frustration recently.
Alright, I'm feeling super flashbacks to last scene, where we're having Zeb running for Dragon, Azder heading into Ridley.
Red, I missed some of that. You started turning into a robot. Say
Oh,
again?
that's delightful. Oh, I was saying flashbacks to last seed. As we have Zeb heading for Dragon and Ashter heading for Ridley, which is about where we were last race when we're like, who's in the lead?
All right, chat. We're going to just have me here for a moment. I think Red is turned into a full-on robot. So everyone, get your Skynet helmets on. But we'll be joined back by Red here in just a moment. We got the Pelican on one side, and Red might be back. Red, how can you hear me?
Yeah, I've been fine the entire time. So it means, and Varial is saying it's your connection that I've been coming through fine for everyone else.
All right, which means it's my connection. Got you.
So I would actually recommend you drop for a second and come right back. And I do mean please come right back, because please don't leave me here alone. Alright, that is Ashter in here at Ridley.
You're never alone, Red.
Oh, thank you, Cheese.
Right.
Cheese was never alone. But that is another Dead Space Pelican.
All right, I think I'm good to go again. We'll find out, but yeah, that was. We're having technology problems all over the place.
Like right around the time you said that, what I saw as the live feed officially said it, the stream ended. So I was like, oh, maybe it is me. And then I saw chat saying, no, I'm fine. So
yeah. Yeah, so we're off the low latency feed. We're kind of on the regular feed with you guys, so our commentary might be a tad on the behind side, but please bear with us. We're fighting Boop Snake, and we're escaping Laura Norfair. We still have a good lead on Azder, if I had to guess.
I'm going to go with the same people that had Land Hurricane on their 2020 bingo cards in Iowa. In Varial.
Wait, Fire Tornadoes, Land Hurricane? What am I missing?
Okay, so Envy had said that the word of the day was pyrocumulonimbus, which is the word for a cloud capable of producing fire-induced tornadoes. And Iowa, earlier this week, had what is called a derecho, which is basically a land hurricane. Hit Cedar Rapids and surrounding area. They are still without power, have been since Monday. Will probably not have power for another week. I have friends in the area. I have coworkers in the area because that is where our other center is out of. And yeah, it's a nightmare for them. It was, yes, Zero, it is, that is, look up what the word derecho is. DERECHO.
I really.
They are calling it They're calling it land hurricane for the sake of just the 2020 bingo card because this year has just been absurd. But it was category 2 wind strength, and they have been without, like I said, without power for 6 days. They will be without power for another week. We are going to see next year's crops. They're ruined. They are not bent over. They are uprooted to the stalks. Whole trees are uprooted. Homes are crushed. It's a nightmare situation for them. So no, it's not a thing to laugh at.
No, it definitely isn't. And I want to be clear with chat. I don't mean when I say I don't want to laugh at that. I'm laughing at the name of the occurrence, not the actual event or who it's affecting. Definitely, that's a terrible.
That's 120 mile an hour wind, so it's a little bit more than a slight breeze.
Can we convert that to kilometers per hour for?
No. Google.
But yeah, no, That's why I was trying to say is I don't want to laugh at that because it really is a serious situation. I was laughing at the name of it, so I apologize if you guys heard me laughing because I wasn't meaning to laugh at the situation.
I really am digging this palette swap Azder Scott, though.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That morph ball, like, the whole thing is super pretty. Like, but like the morph ball and screw attack, and yeah, here we go again.
Yeah, Red, are you sure that we didn't just like record the last race and replay it for the second match?
I mean,
for the third match, I'm sorry.
Different placements. Different placements. Yep. This is okay. So Azder skipped the skip the ship, and so did Zeb. Oh, my hands are cold again. All
right. Here we go, guys. One last time in Tutorian. Who's going to take match 3? Zeb or Azder? Place your bets.
That is about a 5-second lead coming off the ship. Oh, hi, Cat. We've been joined by our third commentator, Prudence.
Yeah, Speed Booster is definitely going to help Zeb get through this a little bit faster. So I don't remember who it was pointing out that speed can make the difference, but we're about to find out how much of a difference speed is going to make.
Yes, like I said, that is our third commentator that has joined us.
All right, so this is so close to call. The lead has changed at least 3 times in the past like minute. Azder's in the lead again. Zeb was in the lead. So this might come down to speed in escape. Wow, fast.
Getting
fast.
the baby skip for Azder, and
Zeb did not do baby skip. He's going for the baby regular skip. The high jump rope.
The actual baby skip.
All right, and does not get it. Azder's first out of the room.
You were like half a second ahead of me.
Yeah, stream delays can be a thing.
Pause and unpause here.
Yeah, so this is now going to come down to not being able to call this race until we get out of the climb. The climb is really where we're going to start to be able to call this one way or the other. But that's barring perfect mother brain, perfect, you know, everything. All right, let's start looking at timers.
cat makes every noise possible here, knocking everything over.
Alright, so I believe Azder is going for a regular baby cutscene. Does not have enough energy to do a baby skip, and I believe Zeb's going to be doing the same thing. Going for the regular baby cutscene. Not enough energy to do stand-up. And nobody has charge. That's a good call.
About a 14-second difference right now, but Zeb still has speed.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll find out in a bit.
Great, you are.
Probably should.
Alright, baby dies at 50:36 on Azder's screen. And 50:55 on Zeb's screen. So there is about a 20-second difference between these racers right now. Head hits the floor on Azder's side at 51:10.
This is when I start watching the IRC room.
And 51:30. Yeah, 51:30. So we are looking at a 20-second difference on these runners. Is speed going to make up that 20-second difference? We'll see in just a second.
That is my cat still hitting the microphone.
All right, we're past the first part of speed. Now making our way into the climb on Azder's side. Let's time the door at the top of climb. That is the last place you can really use speed. I guess in the top. So we're looking at 52:24. Oh wow, yeah. There's that makeup right there.
I'm giggling because I'm looking at the SRL room.
Yep, so I'll let you make the official announcement since Azder has frozen at the end here.
I'm just gonna let you guys sit on this. And this is it.
Yeah, Red is gonna make the official determination here. We're gonna make you guys wait to see who actually won.
Alright, with an official SRL time of 52:47, Azder has finished in first place, and Zeb with a time of 52:56. 9 seconds between the two of them.
Now,
It actually would have been less if Zeb hadn't made a typo when he tried to type done the first time. So, yeah.
I'm wondering how much time Zeb spent on getting that speed booster, and if that much time would have made the difference.
But I'm going to let the racers know. We'll see. And we'll let them know when they come in, because that's the last one for the day.
Yeah, GG to both of our racers, guys. What an exciting couple of races. I'm happy that I had the chance to come in here to help commentate on it with Red. I know Inverio was looking forward to it. But yeah. No problem, B. Jonas.
All right, we are going to be getting some interviews set up here. So it looks like only Zeb's going to be joining us. And that is Azder just not wanting to risk his internet.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
Which is what Cheese and I are both typing in the room. Just there's Zeb. Alright.
Alright, we are joined by Zeb316. Zeb, give us your thoughts on these last couple of races here. What are you thinking?
I thought that overall I played pretty well in most of them. I actually felt like I played the worst in the first race, the one that I won. I was pretty sure that going back to check climb supers was going to cost me the race. But it looked like I checked the restream at the end, and it looked like Azder was doing some crazy stuff with suitless Lorn Warfare and whatnot. So
that was a heck of a match, and GG's on all of those races. And so we all know Azder's been having issues with his internet staying connected. He froze right before he got out to get on the ship. So I saw the results in SRL, but got to enjoy torturing chat for just a moment without giving them the answers of who finished where. I waited till I saw you land on the ship to actually, poor polar bear bunny I thought was gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, that last race is pretty frustrating because it's really rare that I mess up baby skip, and once I get the first couple of jumps, I was pretty sure I had it, and I just waited too long in the last jump for some reason. I have no idea why I did that.
It was so close. Both match 2 and match 3, it was repeats coming out of you were heading for Dragon, Azder was heading for Ridley. At the same time, we're like, all right, we can't tell who's in the lead. Like, what's going on? And Sinith accused us of just replaying the last match. And, but yeah, from like the ship on, especially this match, just my hands were ice cold watching it. Polar Bear Bunny says she literally died because I was not giving the results because of the stream freeze. But yeah, with the official times 9 seconds apart, and then probably would have been a tiny bit faster had you not had an extra slash mark there.
Yeah, I think it probably would have been about 4 seconds if I.
Yeah, that was like I'm watching it. I was just like, I can't even tell right now. Like, I'm watching this feed live and I can't even tell. But Azder,
and
like, if you let me talk to him and chat in the. Oh, he's in on the other. I was gonna ask if he wanted to try and maybe answer questions from chat, but that was maybe not. So yeah, unbelievable races from both.
In the second race, it was definitely very hard to tell because you guys went 2 different directions. And you ended up kind of doing the same thing where you both missed out on Varia, which ended up being in the wreck ship energy tank room, which I'm sure you saw from the credits. But yeah, I mean, you both skipped out on the Varia suit. You both had to take a very dangerous dive down to Ridley. And you both played pretty well considering your skill levels. It was just absolutely insane to see a double suitless Norfair on that race, and then for you guys to kind of switch places in which directions you took on this race. It was basically the same thing, except Varia was in the maze this time instead of inside of our ship. And again, both races were super close. Like, I think the second race was a couple minutes, and this one was only a couple of seconds.
The second race was about 40 seconds. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Or actually, it was only 34 seconds. The second race was.
Right.
Yeah, I think the second race I probably played the best out of the three. I think that my movement and whatnot was just really good in that race. This race I played pretty well, but I did make a good amount of like little mistakes, and that kind of happens once you've played like 2 races before it. Like you're on to the third race. I tend to get tired by the third race a little bit, but that stuff just kind of happens. Like I was missing some wedge grabs and stuff. So.
Now, you are now the person that needs to come back with the vengeance and try and secure a round 5 here. What are you thinking going into a round 4 coming up?
I'll just keep playing my best. Like there's not really much else I can do. Like nothing crazy up my sleeve or anything.
I was about to say that's all we can ask of you.
Also,
Chat,
I'm not sure if anyone noticed, but I got a health drop from Mini Kraid both coming in and going out of Kraid's lair in that last race, and that's incredibly rare. It didn't matter, but I thought that was kind of funny.
What do you think of having an Ice Beam on Bomb Chorizo in the second race?
I didn't really mind too much, to be honest. I don't like Ice Beam's a little bit annoying at the beginning, but that's after climb, so it's not like you're doing climb with it where you normally I'd either turn it off or switch missiles. Yeah. Yeah, I might have to also start checking that maze item before going into wreck ship. I really hate checking it without any movement items. Like, it can take me like 15, 20 seconds sometimes if I can't get it right. So it's just really annoying. If I have like speed or space jump, then I'll do it. And even high jump, I'll consider it. But without any movement items, I don't like to check the maze. It's just really annoying to see the item there.
All right, we've got looks like azder in the chat there. So GG's azder. Those are some races well run. That was races well won. Phenomenal races from the pair of you. I don't know if you caught it earlier trying to get in because I know you've had your internet connection issues. But we teased chat a little bit because you froze literally right before came out to be ship time. I nearly killed your girlfriend. I'm sorry. But also... Okay, so I wasn't the only one that did it. You did it first, I guess. But also mentioned to Zeb that both the last 2 races had you two with Zeb heading in for Dragon, you heading in for Ridley, and none of us being able to tell who was in the lead. And just everyone going, what is going on? What's happening? Who's taking this? So just well-run races. My cat says GG. She just topped up to tell you both GG. Oh, was it Fantoon? Okay. For some reason, I thought it was Dragon for both. Well, you didn't say actually, but...
Well, actually...
Well, actually. I don't know why I thought... all I remember is just Azder was heading for Ridley, Zeb was heading for somewhere else for another boss. And yeah, we were all real nervous. Oh this is the chattiest cat. But that is going to be it for us today. Unless you've got anything more that you wanted to say, Zeb.
I guess Azder is saying that he was thinking about getting speed. I figured that it was good because I couldn't do the frog speed skip kind of thing, and because of the high jump behind Ridley, which would allow me to do baby skip, which I ended up messing up. But so I figured the speed was worth it overall. Maybe it wasn't though. I don't know. I think it's close.
I think it was the better play to take it. Like she says, not actually playing the game, but basing entirely on just watching, you know. I think, yeah, BB also says worth.
Yeah, it's hard to say without rewatching the two VODs side by side to say whether or not it was worth it. I mean, especially with a 9-second difference, or an 8-second difference at that. Yeah, I would definitely recommend watching it, guys. If you are coming in at the end here, watch this VOD, watch the one previous to it, watch the one previous to that, because all three of these races have been absolutely insane, absolutely bonkers. And I mean, if we're finishing up here, I just want to give one last shout out to Zeb. Thank you so much for coming by, hanging out, giving us a great race. Thank you, Azder, also coming out, giving us a fantastic race. Thank you, Redemption, for jumping in when Invario couldn't, handle this. Thank you to Sailor and to MM2 for the tracking tonight. And it has been a fun night for everyone.
I mean, it's not that Envy couldn't handle it. It's that Envy's power couldn't handle it. So...
Right. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for stepping in, too. Follow the runners. Follow the broadcast team. We are going to throw a raid on over to Miss Ziggy. So thanks for stopping in. Be back tomorrow. Same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time with matches 4 and 5. See you next mission.